Draco disciples, long after the great severance that we have just heard. Great Vermilion, the sheep who beguiled the young boy, the last boy born that were known to be able to speak with dragons. She who befriended him all through his childhood, for she played the long game, as it were. She who took him to the Order of the Sun, so that he might learn strength of arms, so that he could kill and handle a dragon. She who took him to the Lunar Tribe, so that he might have the wisdom to be able to raise dragons. She who then encouraged the boy to use his abilities to find the last remaining clutch of dragon's eggs. And when they arrived there, the hatchlings were hatching. One of them caught upon the eggshell and began to bleed. The hatchlings, knowing only base instincts, began, in their hunger, began to eat one another. Imagine now Jeremy, this boy, his mind linked to all 5 hatchlings as they began to rend into each other's flesh. Imagine his desperation, trying to save them, reaching into the middle of the eggs in order to pry them apart. How they sundered him, mind and body, until there was but one hatchling left. That Crater Vermilion snatched up and disappeared. No one knows how long Jeremy remained there, set among the bones, the nest, the rubble. No one knows how long he remained there, wallowing in his own shattered mind, shattered body, and shattered heart. But when the Order of the Sun of the Lunar Tribe then followed him, for who would not wish to encounter the last remaining clutch of dragon eggs, all they could offer their once fellow was pity. Pity. It was what Jeremy received, but what he did not wish for. For when he spoke, he stuttered, he stammered, he could not form words properly, as other men could. When he spoke, he did not want pity, he wanted men to understand and follow him. When his broken body could not keep up with the ever-marching forces of the Order of the Sun and the Lunar Tribe, he did not want pity, he wanted justice. So Jeremy fought. He fought against his devastated mind. He fought against his ravaged body. And he never strayed from the path. He continued walking the path of light so that he might once again be able to hunt a Draco disciple. He just had to walk his own path, in his own way, at his own pace. And where his words could not lead, his actions did. And it was his determination, walking upon this path, that led him to gather those that also supported his goal. It was the weakest of the Order, the outcasts. It was the uninspired of the tribe, those outcasts. Yet they believed it that it was more important for Jeremy to see justice and to see Crater Vermilion laid low. It was not an easy thing for the members of the Order of the Sun and the Lunar Tribe in order to learn to work together. They quarreled about everything, how to train, what to eat, even how to do the washing. And in this, Jeremy could not lead by example. And he trusted that he had some few words for them. On that night, as they sat around their campfire, Jeremy stood as best he could, ever clutching his forearm, and said, "Do not fit with them. You fit with me, with us. You fit here. You are my family." I came to cry from one. I came to cry from another. I came to cry the chorus of voices. must remember always why it is you fight for whom. And for them it was for Jeremy, for the justice, for the devastation wreaked upon him. Wreaked upon their former orders and tribes. The battle never ended to right the wrong. That night they stopped seeing themselves as a band, and they saw themselves for the first time as a family. Let us jump ahead 1 year. A year where the band began to learn to work and live together. A year where they skirmished with the Draco disciples, and a year when every time they skirmished, they won. Oh, it was with confidence that night that they celebrated the first anniversary of the band. You can hear them now raising their glasses high. And, well, snarkiness is in there as well. Once they were too much inside their cups, one of them raised and said, "Here, then, I give thanks to the leader of the Order of the Sun for teaching me nothing I didn't already know about strength of arms." "Why then," cried another, "here's then to the leader of the Lunar tribe and their name prattling on and on and on about necessary fortitude." Jeremy did not join in with that. Instead, he sat there clutching one of the stars from 3 claws from one of the baby hatchlings that he stood there trying to save. Clutching that, he whispered, and not many took heed, but some few did, where he said, "Here is to the crater for teaching me the true meaning of perseverance." Let us jump then another year. The second year of the band, however, is fraught with overconfidence. And although there were some few victories, there were many more defeats. And it was a smaller amount that sat round that campfire. A smaller amount that could raise toasts. A smaller amount that was still able to give thanks. "Here then," cried one, "to the leader of the Order of the Sun, for instilling in us the intellect to keep fighting when we are vastly outnumbered. Here then, to the Lunar tribe, for giving us the wisdom to know when it is we should battle and when it is we should retreat." Jeremy once more reached down to his arm and said, "Crater, for teaching me that ambition has limits if you wish to protect the innocent." The third year of the band. In the third year of the band, they were able to assault a stronghold of the Draco disciples. They did not face Praetor Pavilion that day, but they did face a number of Draco disciple lieutenants, and they were victorious. And it was a grievous blow to the disciples, one that would take nigh into a generation for them to overcome. And so that night around their fire, that third anniversary of the band, it was with genuine thanks that they sat there. To the Order of the Sun, for teaching us about honor. To the Lunar tribe, for teaching us our creativity. And they all realized, to the Draco disciples, for teaching us that we should fight for freedom. The first band of the Twisted Claw, there is not much else known after that third year. What little is and what is not is mostly faded beyond memory. So when it was my brother decided to revive the band and to name us Draco Hunters once more, he did not know how he was calling upon legends. He did not know how much we would learn from them and from ourselves. How we would repeat those mistakes a bit, but we would also contribute to the lessons that will last beyond our lifetime. For the Band of the Twisted Claw, for strength, for intellect, for honor, for fortitude, for wisdom, for creativity, and for perseverance, for ambition, and for freedom. That is the Band of the Twisted Claw. We are the Band of the Twisted Claw. And we will always remember from whence we came and to whom we owe our thanks.